Welcome to Solo Shot First, and today we're going to be having a look at the ARC Trooper, the Lambert Seeker from Star Wars Battlefront II. Now, this actual figure came today in the post from Star Action Figures and completed the set for me, certainly in terms of the clones from the Battlefront II. So I'd already had a look at the Umbra Operative and the other ARC Trooper. So this one, as I said, is the Lambert Seeker. This was the one I'd been waiting on. In terms of first impressions, obviously one of the beautiful things is this comes on that really nice thick cardstock, which is lovely to see. We're getting that filtering through the line. Very nice artwork on this card. It certainly appears to be an artist's impression, but whether that is depicting a scene in the game, if anybody wants to make a comment on that, please do, because I don't actually know. I've not played Battlefront 2. But really nice looking image of the ARC Trooper, the Lambert Seeker. Comes on the, I think you probably class that as a lime green name pill, and the lime green that sits behind. So it does look really, really nice. Not that this is going to matter for the purpose of this video. It's going to be opening it up and having a look at it. But let's have a look at the back of the card. Okay, so this is VC236, and on the back of the card, I know this image is probably not going to do it any justice, but it does obviously show you a picture of the ARC Trooper, the Lambent Seeker itself. You've got Lando Calrissian from Battlefront 2. That's also the garments and clothing that he was wearing at the end of the Solo film. And then you've got the upcoming release of, re-release, I should say, of Shae Vizsla. But the first images that we've seen of that, it does look like there's going to be a slight improvement, certainly in the head sculpt. Whether they're going to do anything else on that, we will see. A lot of legal information at the bottom, which nobody is that interested in. So we'll have a quick look back at the front of the card, and then we'll get the figure open. Okay, so just thought I'd show you a quick close-up of the figure in the packaging, and it does look very, very nice. All that remains to be seen is that we get this figure out of the box, and we shall have a look at it in a bit more detail. Okay, so here we have the figure out of the box and on the spinner, and just like the other clones, and also obviously the ones from the 501st, the Echo 5s and Jesse, this is obviously a simple repack of those originally, with just some minor adjustments to hair, etc. So, but a really nice looking figure. If you like those and you like your clones, you're going to like this one. Nice colouring, not too much really weathering on the figure, but you don't really have that with the clones as such. So just comes with a nice sort of front cover on the boots, the sort of the white shin guards. The garment obviously is the hard goods around the waist, which obviously has the two holsters in, but that works really, really nicely for these sort of figures. Then you've got the ammo belt itself, and then you've got the pack on his back, which is also it's simply attached to the top garment. Sorry, I was having a brain fade there in terms of what you would call that. But yeah, look, it's a very, very nice looking figure. So we've already seen this, and not too much to report on it massively, other than the colour. And this was obviously what attracted probably a lot of people to this figure. That lime green does look really, really nice. On the pauldron, on his arms, and just around the wrists. So yeah, at the end of the day, it is a clone, but it's a nice looking figure. So let's have a look at him in a little bit more detail. Okay, so in terms of the articulation, I'm not going to go into that in too much detail. This is exactly the same as the ones we've already looked at, but you've got articulation obviously at the neck, you've got articulation at the shoulders, articulation at the elbows, swivel above the waist, articulation at the wrists with that hinge in the wrist, so it does enable you to get these figures in some really nice poses. Articulation just below the waist, round the knees, and at the ankles. So great articulation on this figure. In terms of what it comes with, like the others, it comes with the 4 weapons. You have the large heavy duty blaster. Not really any weathering on this, it's just that sort of standard grey plastic, but that's fine. It works with these suppose I always class these as that sort of mid-range blaster, which again, no real colouring. I mean, if you can see this, it comes with those two small blasters, which fits nicely into his holster. And then you've got the helmet, which if you can see there, I mean, unfortunately, mine has got crushed in the packaging a little bit in terms of that rangefinder, or whatever you want to class that as on these. But nothing that a bit of hot water and straight wouldn't help straighten out. But there's some really nice, again, the colouring on that helmet is really nice with that lime green around it. So it does make that clone look really good. We just pop that helmet on, and there's your sort of final look at the figure. So it looks good from the back. It looks good from the front. I can't really say much more than this because I've obviously, we reported on some of these other ones. We've all discussed these, but, I was lucky enough to get my hands on the original sort of those 501st Echo Jesse and 5s, and love them. And I love the clones. So, again, this would be a great one to army build, if that's your thing. But also, for sort of carded collectors, it is a really nice card back and well worth looking at picking up if that's your thing. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you do, please hit the like button. If you want to subscribe, there will be plenty more videos coming shortly. If you've got any questions, any comments at all on the figure or anything else, please leave them in the comments section below, and I'll come back to you as soon as possible. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.